Yeah. Hello, everyone. Dr. Will here. I just want to do a quick clarification. Somebody asked, why do I think doing something like control the food, you can expect some pushback, if you will, from friends and family, right? Well, here's the problem. And it has to do with how your brain actually works. And the problem is we have these small little like lizard brains deep in our head. And there's so much information coming at us, uh, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you have TV, video games, computer stuff, Facebook, like what you're probably watching this on. I mean, there's so much information. Then we add the scary stuff for our brains, pandemics, diseases, economic things. Because you see, the only thing your brain really cares about is survival, right? And evolution hasn't really done us a lot of favors on this, right? And it really isn't conducive to living in modern times where the stress is unrelenting. There's no downtime. I mean, and then because of this, where this unrelenting stress, one of the biggest fears that you have subconsciously is being kicked out of your group, your tribe, your network, your family, if you will, right? Because up until a couple hundred years ago, if you got kicked out of the group, you died. You went out in the wilderness, wolves would eat you, bears, warring tribes, you became a slave, all this other stuff, right? And so that's why it forces you to try to do anything you can to stay in a group, even if you don't want to be in that group, right? And it's also why if you're in a group, if someone is exhibiting behaviors that doesn't fit with the group, like they change their diet, they quit drinking, they start exercising when everyone else isn't, it's threatening to the group, right? And they'll do everything they can to make you begin to doubt yourself. And you'll begin to get thoughts, am I good enough to lose weight? Am I good enough to quit drinking? Am I good enough to get in shape? And these become beliefs. So we're so afraid, right? And the truth is, a lot of those people that will ostracize you for making a change, like getting control of your food and beginning to lose weight, will judge you in a lot of different ways that'll make you feel guilty. Society will do it, right? I was at a conference and I saw a lot of that going on, where when people mention something about, helping people lose weight, oh, well, you're just body shaming. Well, what about health? If you're a few pounds overweight, I know this from my own life, my wife, several other people. If you have bad knees, bad back, 10 pounds, 15 pounds makes the pain in your knees and your back worse. End of story. Also, if you're obese, we know the damages that can do. So it doesn't really matter, right? What other people say. That's easier said than done. But one of the things you can do is kind of vaccinate yourself, current term, right, against what is going to happen when some of the people that you think would support you will be the ones that will sabotage you. Now, I had a beautiful example of this for many decades in the substance abuse field, where people coming into recovery, they're going into treatment. When I ran treatment centers or therapy or whatever, they would say, oh, once I quit, like all my friends will quit drinking. I'll go back and they'll all do that. And you 99.9% of the time, au contraire. What would happen is the people would like, oh, you think you're better than us? Who do you think you are? Yada, yada. I liked you better when you were drinking. And it's the same with food. When I ran my Suncoast Hypnosis Center, and up north it was Clinical Hypnosis Center, I get this. It was basically the same story where lady would come in, start dropping the weight. Let's say she worked in an office, and she'd say a lady that never really made much food for the whole few years she worked there suddenly was bringing in, pastries from a bakery everybody liked that, like, I got these for you, they're your favorite. And the lady would say, well, I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, you can have one. So it's the same thing, right? But these beliefs are only true if you believe them, right? And so we're going to be going over the mental laws of weight loss and healthy living, not just the physical laws. You need a caloric deficit if you really want to lose weight, yada, yada, yada. I don't go into that much. I will go into some, but it's mainly the mental laws. Like, do you know the 8 mental laws of long-term weight loss? I bet you don't. I'll be talking about that soon. That'll be a key. I'll throw 1 or 2 in, and that's a key part of the control the food. So anyway, that's just, someone just reached out about that because they were looking at the control the food, excuse me, it control the food appetizer program I'm putting out there, which is September excuse me, 20th, 21, 22. I'll have a prep day and a wrap up day. So actually it's 5 days. And I'm holding a few spaces for people that are my friends on Facebook or in the hypnosis, NLP, and even acting world if they're interested in it at a super discounted price. But not everyone will qualify. So direct message me, leave me and shoot me an email. You can go to drwillhorton.com. There's a way to send an email. But again, direct message, anything you need to do to get in touch with me. Again, this is why your brain will help sabotage you, because it'll make you wonder, do I have what it takes? Of course you do. You could do this, and we can do this together. If you're not where you want to be at in your physical life or your business life or your relationships, just about anything. If you're not where you want to be at, there's only 1 of 2 reasons. A, there's information you don't know that you need to learn. Maybe you'll get some of that in the Control the Food program. Or there are things that you know, but you are not doing. And there'll be a lot of that in the program. So if you have any questions, just reach out. We'll have some fun with this. Thank you for being with me. It's been a pleasure to do the things I've been doing for many, many years. The birds in the other room watching cartoons, and I'm got some food in the oven. So thank you. I'll see you all soon.